Hey everybody, Tuesday afternoon, Sunday sound off, I guess, in a way. DJ Eddie Russell, I just wanted to, say that, we're all going through this every day, right? I feel like society walks on eggshells every day. Like, I feel like I walk on eggshells. Like, don't you ever feel like you might say something that's going to get somebody riled up on accident, or, maybe you said the wrong thing? Well, sometimes we all fear what we might say, because in society, I feel like anymore that people are saying things like they feel, and they might get judged for that. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all, because I feel like that we have opinions. I feel like that we all are entitled to our opinions. And I feel like society anymore is so uptight about everything, and you can't say anything without getting your feelings hurt or having somebody come back at you, and that's fine. A healthy debate is always a good time. It's a good thing. It's good to have like that healthy, back and forth sometimes. It's okay. But when people start getting to that low and they just don't know where to stop, that's when it needs to come to an end, because it's not helping anybody. This is a very trying time right now. And I just feel for me that it's tough, because I don't want to say anything that's going to be insulting, or it's going to insult anybody's views or ideals or anything that might be in their viewpoint going forward. It's like, gosh, we're living in a society that I'm just trying to make sure I can save some lives, man. Like, this is the deal. Like, I've lost 2 friends to suicide in the last couple of months. Like, when I was 26, I lost a best friend named Cody Liberty. I'm going to say that name again, Cody Liberty. And he was an outstanding individual, fought for our country, Marine, and had some PTSD issues and some other things that went on, and just wasn't a fair game for him years ago. And, we all know somebody that possibly has, or have known of somebody that has, possibly taken their life or something like that, and you know what, people say selfish things like suicide is selfish. It's selfish what that person did to their family or whatever. It is a selfish thing. It's hard. It's very, very hard. It's a very debatable topic. Suicide is not, I believe, an easy route. It's not the easiest route I think that anybody should want to take. I mean, I also feel that people that debate that kind of stuff possibly go through those scenarios in their mind. I mean, what person doesn't want to get out of a problem? I mean, what person doesn't want to escape? I mean, shit. I mean, I used to drink for 8 years. I mean, it'll be almost 8 years. I used to smoke weed too. I mean, I used to want to get out of my head. I mean, we all want to get out of our head. We all want to get out of our emotional state. We all don't want to feel like that type of anxiety that we feel in our chest, that's in the lump of our throat. And you know what, for me, I feel that a lot, and I don't want to feel it sometimes. I want to get out of that. I want to jump out of those feelings. But, for me, I got to do things to work on myself a lot. I've got to focus on breathing and jumping out of that headspace that's between each ear, we've talked about this before. I've talked about this many a times. But I feel like that everybody's nervous. People are upset. They're tense. And we can't just be okay with people sometimes. Like, I feel like that our interpretations get off. Like, if you're text messaging somebody, or if you're messaging somebody, or if you're around a group of people and maybe your type of conversation is not what they want to hear. It's hard to be accepted sometimes. It's hard to feel acceptance. It's also hard to understand what other people are trying to feel of you. And I feel like that people that have taken their lives, or people that are feeling isolated or depressed, they feel this way. They feel alone. They feel like they don't matter. They feel like if they walk into a certain a realm of people, or a community of people, like they don't belong. And that's not true. Everybody belongs in a certain way. Everybody has a certain purpose here. We all have a certain purpose. We just got to find it. And we've just got to find the kind of people that understand us. It's hard. It's very, very hard. And you know what? We're all different. We're all individuals that have different paths in life. We all have different goals, different aspirations. We all have different types of talents. And that's okay. That's a good thing, man. Let me tell you what. I am glad that I'm not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be myself. I want to be and I want to continue to be myself. I don't try to blend in. I'm not trying to blend in. That's not who I am. But I'll be damned if I have to walk on eggshells and I got to feel like every time I do something that I'm going to make somebody upset or I'm going to make somebody mad. And that's not the way anybody should have to feel. Nobody should have to feel that way. We should all feel comfortable in our shoes. We should all be okay, because you know what? For me, it's taken me a long time in life to grow up. You know, and that's a hard thing for some men. And I've talked to other guys, other men about this. And you know what, ladies, congratulations. Us guys, we do take a long time to grow up. And maybe I'm still growing up. Maybe we're all still growing up. But we do make mistakes. And it does take time. And sometimes it takes more time for others. Maybe some people learn differently than other people. Maybe other people need to understand that some people don't understand and elaborate inside of their mind like others do. So it takes a while to get that material, and it takes a while to understand. It takes a while to read. It takes a while to understand after reading it multiple times. And I feel like that a lot of people are alone out here. They're nervous, they're scared, they're isolated. And I feel like that people get into their head about so many different types of emotions, and then they end up doing things that they can never go backwards on. So I just feel like that we have to air out. We got to express. We've got to talk. We've got to tell on ourselves if we feel isolated, if we feel alone, if we feel depressed. We've got to be able to talk, and we've got to get out of that emotional mind. We've got to get out of that emotional closet wherever you are and get out and talk to somebody. Reach out to somebody. Please. My inbox is open. If you want to talk to me, I'll give you my number. Don't be alone. Don't be afraid. Thanks.